Stereotype threat can completely ruin your career in medicine. If you're first generation in medicine and you're trying to apply to medical school, you need to understand how this shows up and what you can do about it. In the past decade, I've helped a ton of people become doctors, and I see time and time again people achieving lower than their potential because there's this little demon that lives rent-free in their head that tells them it's not for them. One of the main places I see this is on the MCAT. I'm talking about people who did a fine job in undergrad, who did a fine job at work, in other passion projects, in athletics, but then it comes time to actually knock out a standardized exam. And there's this little demon riding on their back that says, not you, not people who look like you don't have family in medicine, you don't belong in medicine. Particularly if you come from a minoritized background. And you've been hearing all of these negative things your entire life. And without you knowing, they've been saving in a little floppy disk in the back of your head. Now you can't stop that record from playing. As a psychiatrist, I recognize this as a fear response, fight or flight. You sit down to do a practice test that you've been avoiding for weeks because you don't want confirmatory evidence that you're not good enough. As you open the Chem Phys section, you're freezing. Your mind isn't working. The stuff you studied isn't coming out. You're reviewing your practice tests, your practice questions, and for whatever reason, you're just not retaining, you're not learning. You know why? Because somewhere unconsciously, you don't think you can. The longer you avoid acknowledging that, the worse it gets. My recommendation? Jump right into those practice questions and start owning the fact that you're terrified, because many of us are. When you own that, you can confront it as fear rather than allowing yourself to believe that somehow you're not smart enough or there's something you're doing wrong when you know you have an effective study strategy. Once you start calling it what it is, you can start pushing back against it and achieving your potential. Accept the fact that you belong just as much as anyone else. You've got this.